Let's begin by querying up trans rights. New executive order from Oklahoma governor targets transgender rights. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt directed state agencies to use narrow definitions of female and male in the latest attack on transgender rights in a state that already has laws targeting bathroom use, healthcare, and sports teams for transgender people. Stitt signed the executive order flanked by women from the anti-trans group Independent Women's Voice, including Riley Gaines, a former University of Kentucky swimmer known for criticizing an NCAA decision allowing transgender swimmer Lia Thomas to compete against her in a women's championship race. The executive order also includes definitions for the words man, boy, woman, girl, father, and mother. The order specifically defines a female as a, quote, person whose biological reproductive system is designed to produce ova, end quote. And Oklahoma defines a male as a, quote, person whose biological reproductive system is designed to fertilize the ova of a female, end quote. It also directs schools and other state agencies to use these definitions when collecting vital statistics and further directs schools to provide dedicated restrooms and locker room facilities for boys and girls, respectively. Stitt's order, dubbed the Women's Bill of Rights by its supporters, is the latest Oklahoma policy to attack the rights of transgender people and is part of a growing trend in conservative states. It is a very bizarre decision by radical GOP. This governor is part of that group. The accomplishment to define what a woman is to this degree of detail and a male, I am going to ejaculate sperm, so therefore I am a male. And never in history have we seen to the extent of what some of these radical, especially evangelicals, are trying to define. We talked about this week what's going on in Iowa. So let me be very precise. Iowa is the stupid on the right of us, and Oklahoma is the stupid on the left of us. And those are the technical definitions that I will be using about Iowa and Oklahoma going forward.
Okay, but stupidity is very dangerous, Al.
Yes,
okay, and Kevin Shit is taking a what?
Kevin Stitt.
Stitt.
That's not what I said.
No,
I think you said exactly
I think I said it right on though.
I think you said
I think I said it right. So he's taking a page right out of DeSantis' playbook, you know.
I think he's worse.
And yeah, you're absolutely right, Cindy. And it's just disgusting. Like if you read this, they're basically saying that like transgender folks are like a plague, like a disease, you know, and that's so far from the truth.
And I'm curious to know what they would consider intersex people who are legitimately born with both.
Yeah.
They never met when they never know. And so for them, they exist.
Like in Russia, there's never been an intersex person ever born in Oklahoma. So therefore, it's not something that they have to deal with.
Yeah, you know, this first off, this bill or executive order or whatever it is, wholly unnecessary. For two reasons. One, we don't need to be hating on our trans brothers and sisters, but they've already hated on them. It's already basically everything is in law. This is just like and here I really mean it. Boom, take it.
Exactly.
So that said, I want to address Gaines for a moment. I am tired of her. You lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you lost to another woman. And you have made so much hay out of being a loser. In fact, you celebrate your loserness because you are making an entire career on it. No one is ever going to care about you once you are no longer in a pool and are able to make a splash with your right-wing enablers. You are a bad person, and you're truly the definition of a sore loser.
Wow.
And the truth is, I mean, as much as I want to say it, is that GOP has nothing to promote on. They don't have any policies. They don't have any proposals. They have nothing about rescuing the economy or, you know, make people get off the opioid addiction problem. So they find a scapegoat, and transgender people are the new scapegoat.
You know, before we move on to John's story, one last thought. I've just interviewed Zoe Zephyr, and she is the trans House representative in Montana, where she called out the House floor of what they were doing in Montana to the trans community, and the reasonable First Amendment free speech response was to ban her from being able to speak as the elected official in the state house. Now let that digest a moment. I asked her specifically, was that a humiliating moment of what they did? And she, as quick as instantly, said, absolutely not. And the reason is because I am fighting for the LGBTQ community, and specifically for trans, because these people are not going to be satisfied until we are eradicated. And she used that word. We've done this story tonight. Isn't that what the governor and the radical GOP are doing in definition in Oklahoma? They're pursuing eradication of people.
Yes.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show, brought to you from Happening Out Television Network. We operate in the same model of PBS and NPR, but for the LGBTQ+ community. We educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of our LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching us on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the story going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.